A common strategy in retirement planning is called the Rule of 100. Now it states that individuals should hold a percentage of stocks equal to 100 minus their age. So, for example, if you're age 60, 40% of the portfolio should be equities and 60% should be held in something conservative or otherwise fixed rate investments like bonds, treasuries, or CDs. However, many of these investments are paying next to nothing right now. So to compensate, many investors' equity exposure is too high for their age. Now, there are alternatives in the form of fixed indexed annuities, and here to talk about this is my guest Jason Bentley in Portsmouth, Ohio. So Jason, a fixed indexed annuity, how does that thing work?
Well, Scott, with a fixed indexed annuity, you place your principal into this product and you have what is known as downside protection with your principal. So the worst phone call that I can give you is that we may have not made any money this year, but I didn't lose any of your money. Now, the way the fixed index annuity earns money is that it has an index cap, an index participation rate, or a margin. So with a cap, if a cap is at 8% and the index gains 10%, that means the cap would be 8, so you would be credited with 8. Now let's say that it only had a margin and that margin was 2%. The index again makes 10%. So we're going to subtract that margin from the 10, so again you'd be credited with 8. And then the participation rate, let's say there's an 80% participation rate, and then the index gains 10%, so you would get 80% of that, so therefore at the end of the day you would gain 8%. So those are the three different types of crediting methods within a fixed index annuity, but again I want to emphasize that it does offer your principal that downside protection to where during a declining market, the very worst case scenario is that you gain nothing, but you're not going to lose any of your principal.
So I think some people have heard of a variable annuity. How are the two products different?
Okay, Scott, well, with a variable annuity, it's going to have an underlying investment as far as mutual funds, and they're going to behave exactly like a mutual fund. So when the market goes up or goes down, it's going to be as volatile as a mutual fund. With a fixed indexed annuity, the money is credited within the index's gains subject to the cap, the margin, the participation rate that I spoke about earlier. The fixed indexed annuity does offer you the downside protection to where during a market decline you're not going to lose any of your principal. But within a variable annuity you can lose your principal, but you can also make as much as as the index gains, or the underlying mutual fund gains rather, because there isn't a cap, a margin, or a participation rate. So there's just a whole lot more risk within a variable annuity than there is a fixed index annuity.
So if someone is considering the purchase of a fixed indexed annuity, what question should they be asking?
Well, you should ask what is the surrender period, meaning how long are you going to have to be in this product before all the money is liquid to you. You should ask how much is available to you to access every year, which is typically in most products is 10%. You should ask what the cap, the margin, and the participation rates are, what the product offers. Usually they will only offer one of the three that are mentioned. You should also ask if there are any additional riders, such as like a terminal illness rider or a long-term care or a confinement rider, meaning that if you are deemed to be terminally ill, can you access more than that 10% per year? Or if you are confined to a nursing home, can you access more than the 10%? Most of the products today do allow you to offer up to all of the contract being liquid if you find yourself in one of those two situations.
That's Jason Bentley in Portsmouth, Ohio, and this is Retirement News Online. Thanks for watching.